folks, Matt here with Outdoor Candy, and today guys, I'm going to go ahead and do a little educational video on a beach tent that I recently bought. It's called Commodes, or Commodes, however you pronounce that, if you can see that really quick. I'm going to show you the title of it. It's right there. And this beach tent, so there's several different versions. You get a 7x7, a 10x10, and a 12x12. I have the 10x10 version, but the 7x7 version right now online on Amazon is going for, I believe, $79. The 10x10, which is the one that I bought, is $119. And then there's a 12x12 version. The 12x12 version actually a couple of days ago was $159. They just dropped it down to $119. Honestly, I think I might actually take this one back and upgrade if it's the same price, you know? I mean, it's 12x12, so it's 4 extra square feet, but it's 2x2 extra square feet if you want to look at it from that angle. I used this beach tent one time so far this weekend just to set it up to see what it was like, and it was fantastic. It goes up easy, it's simple to use, it's clean, it's elegant looking, it's streamlined, and the best of all, it blocks you from the sun, UPF of about 50 plus, and it's wind resistant, which is really great. Being down here in Florida, we get a lot of windy days. It was a high wind day at the beach at Fort DeSoto, and this thing stood up to the test. It's a little windy out here today, nothing like what it was yesterday, but the wind resistance of this thing is fabulous. It's made out of a polyester material. There's 3 different versions of it. You can get sky blue, royal blue, and I believe navy. And the best part about it is if $119 is somewhere out of your price range, if you want to break that up into a couple of different payments, they offer a 6-month payment plan, a 30-day refund or replacement, and a 2-year protection plan of $22.99. So it definitely caters to your needs. And like I said, it's made of polyester, it's really durable, it's stretchy material. It comes with 4 poles that have foam heads to them, in which you're going to tie down your wind-resistant elastic straps. So there's 4 straps, 4 stakes that you can either stake into the sand or into grass itself. And then around the tent itself, it comes with these pouches that you could fill with the beach sand. So it's very convenient, very easy to use. It comes in a bag like this. So it comes in your little camping bag, and this bag is about 7.9 or 8 pounds. So it's very, very individual, user-friendly type thing. So we're gonna go ahead and set this up for you. I'm gonna show you a little bit of what it's like, how to use it, and then we'll go from there. And I'm gonna try to do this as quick and efficiently as possible so you can see how quickly one person can actually set this up. All right, so this right here is the polyester tent itself. Move this stuff over here. Second, we're gonna spread this out. All right, and this is the great thing about this is, I mean, you could use this in your backyard, you could use this at the beach, sporting events, camping, fishing, picnics, parties. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. And they have a really cool emblem, logo right here, if you can kind of see it. You know, pull it up. Right at the edge of one of the sides, Commodes. So I have the sky blue, and it looks like a metallic silver backing to it with its wording. All right, and cool thing about this is, if you're like me and you enjoy the outdoors and you enjoy beach fishing, okay, or surf fishing, you can wear all the protective 50 plus UV protection clothing you can find, long sleeves. It's fantastic. However, when you're waiting for that trophy fish, you're still sitting in the sun, right? This allows you to get out of the sun and relax while you wait for that trophy fish. All right. Okay. So again, I'm just taking it, spreading it out, like so. Go. That. I have another beach tent. It's more of a pop-up than anything else. It's nice, but the bag a little bit bigger, and it's just not as conducive. It actually gets hot inside. This one, all 4 sides are open. It's wonderful. Allows for a lot of gentle breeze to come through, and you're protected from the sun, the shade is what it delivers. Now another bag on the inside, which I'll show you in a second here. It comes with a scoop for the sand. There you go. Okay, which we're gonna use, very helpful. And it also comes with the poles that I was talking about. And the cool thing about these poles, and I'll show you in a second what really is cool about these poles. And then it comes with another bag inside that bag. And this is where you have your 4 stakes. These stakes, they have a spiral screw in the top and the bottom of them. And the shaft of it itself, at the point at the shaft, plastic, durable, very durable plastic, with little line hooks on the top of the head of the shaft of the actual tent stake itself. See that right there? That's what that looks like. And you just screw this into the substrate. Grass, sand, dirt. Comes with more of the paracord, or the cord that you can use to tie down the tent. Heaven forbid we get a really windy day. And then, as I mentioned earlier, it also comes with these wind-resistant straps. Find the 4th one in here. Uh-oh. It is somewhere. Oh, there it is. It fell out. It's over here. Okay. It comes with this these 4 wind-resistant straps, which I'll show you also here. So these straps, these are really cool, actually. So they have the push-button cinch to them. So they're elastic, wind-resistant elastic straps, like so. And then they have the push-button tie down to it. So it kind of cinches it tight, okay? It keeps it really taut up at the top, and I'll show you how that works. All right, so these poles that I wanted to show you, cool thing about these, all of them come this way, the 4 poles. You kind of saw me undoing it there. So these poles literally just unfold, like so. Almost like a walking stick. Or if you've, I've worked in healthcare, so if you've ever seen, I work with some individuals who are blind, they can't see, and their walking stick is very similar to this in design, where it has that elastic cord on the inside, and it collapses to make it more conducive to travel and or to store. And then when they're using it, they just unfold it and it all comes together like that. This one has a little bit of sand and grit on it, but you're at the beach. It's bound to happen, right? So it'll just slide right in like that. Might have to work it a little bit if it does have some sand, or take a little bit of water, wash it off, but that's it. And get all 4 of those going, and then that's essentially what you're going to be doing with it. Eventually you'll see me also, once these bags are filled with sand, we're going to angle the poles into the ground. So I'll show you what that's like too. So let me go ahead and get the rest of the poles all set up. 2, 3, and 4. No. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take our little shovel here, okay? Just a regular shovel, and it does come in the pack, okay? We're going to take this and we're going to fill all of these bags. Literally, it's this easy. And I noticed when I set this up the first time, it was incredibly, it was windy. I don't know what the winds were gusting at, but it was definitely a very strong wind that day. If there's no wind, you don't need to use as much sand. If there's a heavier wind, I strongly encourage you using more sand. It's the anchor point and or the tent stakes that it comes with, okay? So we're gonna fill all 4 of these up. Okay. And like I said, today it's not as windy, so I don't have to put as much sand in here. We're gonna start with that and add sand as needed. The wind starts picking up, you might need to add more sand. Okay, I'm gonna do about 3 to 4 scoops each bag. All right. Yeah, kids, sure, son. You gotta show them those handles. It wouldn't work. All right, so all 4 bags are filled with sand, okay? So the next step is putting the poles in there. Okay, so this end of the pole is the pole that the end that I'm talking about. So the end with the tip, obviously that goes into the sand. The end with the foam ball, that goes to the polyester topping or the tent itself. All right, I'm just gonna lift up the tent top. I'm gonna put the foam ball underneath, press it against the corner of the leg with the sandbag at the base. So, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can adjust as you go, but I'm about 6 inches in from the actual leg of the tent, okay, and the tent face itself. And like I said, adjust as you go, or as needed, right? And we're just gonna pop it up like that, okay? Now, this is not a very windy day, so I'm sure that is gonna stay where it's at. If it is, you might need 2 people to help you with this, unless you're a professional at this and you can put it up one person. I've not done that on my own yet on a windy day, but right now, this is working. So we're gonna go with it. Same thing on the other side. Position yourself as needed so it does stay. You might have to angle the tent poles in a bit. All right, now the wind is pushing on this slightly, so you might need help. Anchor the pole a little, okay? It's gonna stay there for me at the moment. You can see that. All right, so this is me doing it. I'm not even struggling. This is very simple to do, but you're getting an idea of how I did that. Now, if you could tell, the tent pole is angled in a bit, okay, on both of these. This one, maybe not so much, but you can see it's windy. The wind is taking the polyester top to it, okay? I'm gonna finish putting the tent stakes in, the tent poles in, I'm sorry. Angle that, there we go. All right, we'll do the next one. I'm gonna carry both of them with me so I can kind of do it simultaneously. All right, kind of feel like Gandalf from Lord of the Rings with these things. All right, and here we go. Putting this one in. And I'm just gonna set it in the sand. If it stays, I'm not gonna adjust it yet. All right, so that fell. There we go. There's the first example of what this is like. All right, so that's okay. Gives you an idea. So that didn't work, so adjust as needed as I mentioned. We'll just do it quickly. Okay, so you gotta do that. Bury the stakes in the sand, pull the bag tight on both sides. Now I'm adjusting as I go, which you may have to do. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, I have it positioned where it's up now. You can see this. So I'm gonna quickly put those, the 4 elastic straps over the top. I'm gonna show you how that's done really quick, so follow me here. So these elastic straps that I was talking to you about, they're gonna be put on top of that foam ball that is anchoring up and holding up the polyester top or the face of this tent. So, like so, and then tighten them down. That's it. You can do all 4 of them like that. All right. And like I said, this thing was wonderful the other day when I was using it. I was at the beach fishing with a friend, and it was hot and it was windy. And that sun was beating us down. It was 95, 100 degrees outside. And even though I had on these long sleeve UPF 50 rated sports gear, sportswear that I have right now, this one in specific is Quicksilver, it was still hot. The sun beating down on you when we were sitting there waiting for the fish to bite. So we put this tent up, instant shade. With that breeze, you can stay there all day. Absolute perfect. All right. So, show you what I did here. So these elastic straps, like I said, just go around that foam ball underneath. So I'm gonna show you here, okay? So in that corner, that's that foam ball that I showed you. All right, you just take those 4 elastic straps that we have and you put them around each one of the top of the poles, like so. Okay? And voila, you have your beach tent. Okay, this comfortably sits about 6 to 8 people, easily 6 to 8 people. The 12 by 12 You can probably fit more under there. And then the poles, they can be adjusted. Now I have them buried in the sand right now, but if we wanted to, I can adjust the height on them and make this taller, okay? All right, the wind just picked up too. All right, so you could stake it in there, maybe make it taller, pull the sandbag back a little bit, and that's what I said, you have to kind of adjust as you go. So you can pull the sandbag back, and then if it really becomes an issue, you have that extra rope, and you can throw the tent stakes on there. So I'm gonna pull these back a little bit. We can make it a little bit taller. Okay, here we go. All right. Stand that one up again. There we go. Might have to add a little bit more sand. So we're gonna throw a little bit more sand in a couple of these. Grab the scoop so I could show you. Pull it tighter. Pretty heavily weighted now. Just see if I can make the tent a little bit taller. Like that. All right. There's that. Okay, there we go. And like I said, I did this setup in what? I mean, that's done right there. I did this setup in about 20 minutes myself. Half of that time was probably spent talking with the Prelude, you know, getting you guys into it to show you what was in the bag and stuff. So maybe the setup was a total of 10 to 15 minutes myself. So ideally, easily set this up with somebody else in maybe 5 to 10 minutes. Very simple on a moderately windy day. Then you have your cool logo at the top right there. And I'm 6'2", so if I can fit under this thing comfortably, you can fit under this comfortably. So I'm 6'2", all right? I'm kind of squatting right now, as you can see, okay? And if I come up, I'm gonna touch the ceiling of it, okay? Just a little bit, probably about a 6-8 inches of ceiling is touching my head right now, which that's fine, you know? But I'm standing straight up doing that, okay? But here's the thing, there's my chair, right? So we're gonna get the chair out. We're gonna relax. Like that, you have your view. All right, everybody. Well, I appreciate you checking out the video today and joining me to put up that beach tent earlier. And if you did enjoy the content, please smash that like button and subscribe. It does help my YouTube channel grow. It does help the YouTube algorithm, and we will continue to put out more quality content for you. I will also put a link in the description as to that 10 by 10 foot tent that we put up today. If you do have any questions, please leave them in the comment section and I will do my best to answer them for you. All right. Thank you very much, and we'll see you guys soon.